What's up, guys? This is Jackie Wright Cosmetics coming to you with another lovely tutorial. And so I want to show you guys how I created this beautiful vibrant color look with a lot of pink, yellow, orange, purple, and a little touch of gold. I really do love this look. It gives me kind of like like a dark look. It brings out my eyes, and so I really do love this look. So if you guys really want to see how I created this look, please make sure that you follow through with this video and watch it to the very end. And while you're doing that, go ahead and subscribe and ring that bell. All right, so now let's go ahead and we're gonna get right on into this video. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. All this on me so yummy. All this on. Alright, hearties, now let's get into this tutorial. So I'm starting off by showing you that I've already taken the liberty of prepping and priming my eyelids, as well as already doing my eyebrows already, due to the fact that it does take me a little bit longer. So now the product that I will be using first will be this beautiful vibrant yellow that I have in the Mayo Cosmetics loose pigment. And the brush that I'm actually using for this particular color is my Morphe Jaclyn Hill 33 brush. And so it's a small fluffy brush. I love using this brush because it blends out very well. So as you can see, with these particular loose pigments, it is hard to blend out the colors. So I'm kind of taking my time and blending out the way that I would like it, so therefore it will blend easily with the next color that I will be using, which is this beautiful orange. And so I did kind of speed up the video a little bit, but this orange right here, I'm actually taking my Jaclyn Hill 30 brush, blending out this orange. And so using the same Jaclyn Hill 33 brush to actually apply the color and blend out a little bit, but I'm using mostly of the bigger fluffy brush, which is the Jaclyn Hill 30, to blend it out. I really have to take my time to make sure that I blend out this orange the way I need it to be, because if I don't, this pigment gets very patchy if you don't blend it out in the right way. So I'm pretty much taking my time trying to blend out the orange, so therefore once I apply my pink, it will not be patchy at all. We don't want it to be patchy, girls. Let's blend, honey. Us hotties got to make sure we blend these out well. Okay, let's get into it. Alright, so I did take a little bit of the yellow from my box of crayons by Super, and I added a little yellow into the pigment yellow that I've already used. So now we're going to apply this beautiful pink. Look at that, that is beautiful, I might say so myself. Anyway, so as I'm applying the pink to the outside of my lid, oh my gosh, I mean, I don't know what to say about these pigments. I just love the vibrantness of the pigments itself. It just gives me so much life. It really does. So now we're actually going to get into the purple. So the brush that I'm actually using for my crease, applying the purple, oh my goodness, is my Morphe Jaclyn Hill 40 crease brush. And so yeah, And I'm using the Jaclyn Hill 32 blending brush for this particular part. I just love how the colors are coming together with this particular look. Now you hotties gotta know, you gotta trust the process. And at first it was not looking really good to me, but once I did my I created my cut crease with my concealer, honey, and I started laying down those colors, baby, when I tell you, it was on and popping. So also I am actually gonna take a darker purple from my box of crayon palette by Super, and I'm going to apply that purple to my lid as well in the crease. I don't know, I feel like I'm hungry, like I need to eat something. Yo, getting into this box of crayons palette, I've been playing in some colors, and I can honestly say that they're pretty pigmented. I love that palette. I also have another palette by her, and it's called the Ross Soft palette. Pretty cool. I like that palette too. I've used the pretty good bit of it on some clients that I had before. So I really do love her two palettes. Those are the only two things that I think that I've gotten from her, but I'm gonna be ordering some more. So I did cut my crease off camera. I struggle with that. Sometimes it take me a little while or whatever. So I did cut my crease, and so now I'm just trying to make sure that the line is perfect and that is not too much concealer on there. And with this cut crease, I created this cut crease with my Bobbi Brown BBU palette. Love it, love it, love it. So now that I am going into my purple from the box of crayons palette to start creating this halo, honey. Yes, let's get into this halo. And so we're going to just build up the purple to my liking, and then we could kind of like blend it out from there as we go, which that's what I'm doing right now, and just trying to see how, making sure that the other eye is on point as well. So there's a lot of movement, adjustment, and trying to do everything. As you can see, I did do the other eye off camera due to the fact that I didn't want this video to be too long, so we're trying to minimize it as much as possible. Now I'm adding that vibrant orange, loose pigment orange in there, and just blending that out as well. Now this is my first time ever doing a halo eyeshadow look, period. So this is my first time. Practice makes perfect, pretty much. And so I wasn't really too happy about this look, but I went ahead and I recorded it anyway. I'm not perfect. I'm nowhere near perfect. I'm still learning every day, so I can't, get mad at that. I'm just perfect. So I'm not perfect. So I'm adding a little bit of glitter. We're going to add some gold glitter, honey. Yes, let's get into it. And I use that using my NYX glitter adhesive. And so we're just bringing that down into our halo and adding some glitter down into there. And that's what's going to give us our super duper 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 pop. I did fail to mention that in the center, after I placed the orange, I did put a little yellow in the center. So sorry for that. And now we're about to apply our black eyeliner, and go ahead and just knock that out. And I don't know why I'm addicted to black eyeliner. Now sometimes I don't use it all the time. Reason being is that sometimes I get in my moods and I want a natural look. I just go ahead and I just apply. I don't even wear lashes all the time really anymore. Only for dramatic looks is when I do wear lashes, but for the most part I do use mascara for a lot of my looks. Um, when I just want something natural. So, I don't know if you guys have the same problem, but I struggle. Like, my left eye, I can knock that out with everything. I mean, like, it's perfect. But my right eye, I have a major issue with trying to just get that liner to be just like the left eye. I struggle. If you have any tips, guys, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Tell me, if you could tell me how I can master that, please let me know. I struggle with eyeliner all the time, and I've been doing makeup for years, so it's a struggle. Oh my goodness. So anyway, trying to get that glitter out my eye and off my eyelashes, because once I place my lashes, I don't want any glitter on my lashes, man. So brushing off the excess of my glitter on my face. Sometimes I use tape, sometimes I just take the brush. Who knows? Depends on what I'm feeling. So right now I'm just applying my facial moisture, which is Shea Moisture Daily Hydration. And I love it. I finally found something that works for my skin, for my face, period. So I really love that. And so, yeah. So now I'm just going to apply my Youth Activating Concentrate by Lancome. And it's just a sample bottle that I was given to by Sephora. I get a lot of samples from them every time I purchase anything from Sephora. So I'm just gonna rub that in. Yes. Rubbing it in. Make sure I be trying not to touch them brows, honey. Again, if you guys want me to show you how I use or how I do my eyebrows, please don't forget to comment and let me know that you want me to do a tutorial on my brows. I will do so. I have no problem with it. It's just sometimes it just takes forever. So I will only do one tutorial on how I do my brows, and that will be it. At least you guys will know that I do know how to do my brows. So just rubbing that in. And then I'm going to go in with my pore filler by Benefit, which is like, I usually get the small ones for me, and it usually lasts me a little while, so I don't really have to go and buy a big huge bottle, because certain stuff have expiration dates and I just don't have time. So now that I'm letting my primers dry, I am now applying my highlight by Anastasia Beverly Hills. My it's a highlight illuminator. Anyway, so I love this particular one because, oh my gosh, the glow that it gives is just. Sometimes I do it before I start applying my eyeshadow, and sometimes I do it at the very end, or like right now, I would do it while my primer is drying. So, yeah, there you have it. The brush that I am using right now to apply my highlighter is the Jaclyn Hill 42 brush. I love this little brush. Sometimes I use it to actually create a cut crease with my concealer. So this brush, you can use it for multiple things, and I love this brush. I mean, it's tiny, and yeah, so this is a beautiful But not, I mean, all of the brushes are beautiful, but you know, you have your favorite ones, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm just singing along here, wiping off the brow. Now we're going to get into our foundation, and two of the foundations that I will be using for this look will be the Fora and also my Morphe F3 110 in matte fluidity full coverage foundation. Both of these foundations are full coverage. Now I'm gonna put both of them on the back of my hand and mix them two together. Reason being is that the Fora was not in my, well, they were sold out in my skin tone, so I had to use. So now I'm showing you my Morphe 406 brush. I love this foundation brush. Sometimes I use a sponge, but I fell in love with this foundation brush and I don't think that I will stop using it. I did forget to apply one more primer, which is my Magical Moreno primer by Lush Cosmetics. You guys, make sure that you go and you check out Lush Cosmetics. A lot of these are handmade and they're natural products, not tested on animals or anything of that nature, and I love their products. Every time I go to the mall, I have to use their products. Okay, I mean, well, not use, but purchase their products. So make sure you go and check out Lush Cosmetics. Shout out to Lush Cosmetics. Let's get back into this foundation. So like I stated before, that I did have to mix these colors, but as you can see, they mix very well. I did not use a color corrector before I apply my foundation. Reason being is that both of these foundations are very high pigmented, so I did not have to use any color correctors using these foundations. I do love Morphe, but with this particular Morphe foundation, you really have to hydrate your face, as I did already, due to the fact that it is a very matte foundation. It's a very matte product, but for the actual coverage, it is absolutely amazing. I did apply a little bit more. As you see, I did not use a lot because a little goes a long way, and so I applied where I felt was needed. And so yeah, there you have it. So now we're going back to our waterline, which we're not perfect hotties. Come on now, you know, everybody have their different ways of doing things. Me personally, I should have done this before I applied my foundation and everything, but you know what, like I said, I'm not perfect, so I'm applying it now. So what I'm doing is just adding some concealer to my bottom waterline, and we're trying to go ahead and get these vibrant colors in there so we can go ahead and apply that liner. Yes. So here I am adding the orange that I used on my lid down in my waterline, and so that's going to be followed by the pink that I used on my lid also. So these colors are going to be, I mean, they're just so beautiful together. Here I'm just applying the purple. So now I'm just applying my Morphe concealer, and that is in C415. Now about this concealer here, to me it just feels like once blended in, it does not melt into the skin. It just sits on top of the foundation, and that's just my opinion. I do still use it because I did pay my money for it, okay? So maybe it'll grow on me, I don't know, I'm not too sure, but for right now this is my opinion and I'm sticking to it. So I'm just using this concealer, and I'm gonna go down my nose, my forehead, my cupid's bow, and my chin. So now I'm just stippling in my concealer under my under eyes with my Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush in the number 7. I do like the way this brush blends in or blends out my concealer, and I also like to use this brush to blend in my setting powder for my under eye. Yes, I do wipe off any excess concealer from this brush before I actually use the powder. Even if I don't, then of course I clean my brush right after, because I don't want anything stuck on my bristles on my brush. So now I'm using my concealer out of my Bobbi Brown BBU palette in the color Medium Bisque, using the brush by Real Techniques, and it is a medium shadow brush. I don't use it for that, and I love using it to apply concealer and also priming and everything like that. So I mean, it's a good brush for that, and I like it for that, so that's what I'm going to continue to use it for. So now I'm going back in with my Jaclyn Hill brush in the number 7 just to blend that out. Guys, listen, you can use these brushes to however you want to use it for. I'm just showing you how I use my brushes. So there's a lot of stipulations on brushes, so I just wanted to just throw that out there. Setting my concealer, I'm using my Laura Mercier finishing powder, or translucent powder, sorry, and we're using the same brush that we did to stipple out or blend out the concealer. Alright guys, so now we're going into LA Color Mineral Pressed Powder. As you saw, I dug a hole in that thing. But I love this color. I love this pressed powder. It's actually been my go-to for a very long time, and that's in the color Toffee. And like I stated before, I've been using it for a very long time, and you know, some prefer more expensive pressed powders, but I mean, you know, it's always worked for me, so I cannot complain. So let's get into this contour. Yes, now honey, we about to blow the I don't know out this thing. I'm just kidding. So I want to say that I've been using Fenty Beauty cosmetics for about ever since Riri came out with this her makeup line. I've been using Fenty Beauty, and so now I'm using a matchstick in the color Truffle. I do want to say I do love it. It matched very well. But the only thing that I can say that I don't like about it is that it's very matte, so it dries very quickly. So you have to work in sections. If you don't work in sections, you might come to find that once you start to blend out, it becomes patchy. So you have to really, and I mean really, be careful with blending out this contour matchstick. And here I'm just using my Jaclyn Hill buffing brush in the number 3. me just jamming to the music. Gotta have some really bumping music. I love me some 80s music. Right here, I'm just going over my contour with my Too Faced bronzer in Chocolate Soleil. I love this Too Faced bronzer. If you guys know any other good bronzers out there, comment down below and let me know which ones. I want to try out some different new ones other than my Becca and Too Faced. Mainly I've always used Too Faced, so. And this brush that I'm using for my bronzer is Real Techniques in 301. The brush that I'm using now, going back over my contour with my Chocolate Soleil by Too Faced, is my Anastasia brush. I don't really have a name for this brush, but it's mostly an eyeshadow brush, but it was so small and it worked very well with my nose. So once I was actually completely done with that particular Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, I just kept the brush and I've been using it for my nose ever since. So now I'm buffing out my bronzer. Taking a dark brown lip liner, and that's just a regular lip liner from my local beauty supply store. I have tons of them, Lord have mercy. But anyway, just to outline my lips and for our gorgeous purple lipstick. So I don't know which lipstick that I want to use. I have a Kiss Professional here that I just showed you that I'm going to swatch on my hand, as well as my MAC lipstick in Heroin. Oh my gosh, that color is just beautiful. But the Heroin was just a little bit too light for my liking, so I just stuck with the Kiss Professional Purple, and I just used that one. Sheesh, the faces we make when applying these lipsticks, boy, I tell you. Here I'm adding my blush by MAC. It is Frost Format or Format Frost. I can't remember how it was on the thing, but it rubbed off. So now I'm using my BH Cosmetics blush palette, and I'm mixing two pinks together, and I am using the brush Jaclyn Hill 04 brush. So I'm showing you the two colors that I'm actually mixing for my blush for this particular look, and it worked out well for me. Oh, I'm freezing. So that's another sample blush that I received from Sephora, and Can't even remember what color that particular one is, but if I remember, I will put it in the description down below. Now we're going in with the highlights, and we're going back into our Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighting illuminator, and we're just making it glow, baby. Glow it on up. I really want to thank you guys for stopping by my channel. Also, if you subscribe, thank you very much. And also, if you hit that bell, you will be getting notifications from me when I drop a new video. So thank you so much for checking out my channel. Also, I do want to say that I did apply my lashes off camera, so I do apologize for that. I was having some issues, plus my camera needed some juice, so I do apologize about that. So next video I will be doing my lashes on camera, as well as I applied my wig off camera.